Welcome to the Cole and Dre Show. I'm Cole.
And this is Dre. What it do, world? What's happening?
Hey, man, we got the next heavyweight champ of the world right here with us today, so I'm real excited about it. Last time we did Shakur, I had to do my ring voice.
Here we
Let me
go.
get up here. Hey, but I did a little bit more homework because when I did Shakur, I wasn't totally ready. So let me do my ring voice again. As I said the last time, I thought that was cool, but that shit wasn't paying, and I had already touched some money, so I was like, we ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna be able to do that. So fighting out of the red corner, he hails from Toledo, Ohio. 6'4", 240 pounds. He has been kicking ass since he came into the ring. They call him Big Baby Jared Anderson. Hey, what's up, Big Baby?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's happening, G?
Hey, ain't nobody
I'm
ever introduced
blessed.
you like that, huh?
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. That's a first.
Yeah, we on some other shit in there. Hey, man, so we've been I didn't have to do homework because I'm already a fan, right?
No question.
And, but as doing homework, I'm like, damn, there's a couple of things I noticed in here. Obviously, you 13-0 with all knockouts.
11, correction, my bad.
Is it 11?
11-0, 11 knockouts.
I could have swore it was 13.
Well, fuck it,
Are you sure?
When you get back in the ring.
Somebody-
It's coming. It's coming. We're going to speak on it. It's coming.
Yeah, damn. Okay. I thought it was okay. I did my homework, y'all.
Did you?
This nigga made look me. You could have just went with the play, man. God damn.
Then they was going to look up and be like, because I know you're going to air the interview before, but if they look up the interview and then they see that it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
all he do is research.
Fights.
Look, they going to start watching the interview in the beginning.
Okay. So, first thing we're gonna come out here with is some very interesting that you did. And I've never seen it throughout heavyweight boxing history. I ain't never seen it throughout boxing history. I have seen many ring entrances, but I ain't never seen a man pimp in the ring, man. Tell me what happened, what brought this about that you came to the ring as a pimp?
Fuck
and
it, that was
hold on, before
iconic.
you say that, because if I was a fighter, I would have took it like, oh, he think I'm a hoe. So I want to know what.
Hold on. Before you answer, you did everything but slap his ass, so shit, you treated him like one. I'm going to just keep it a buck.
Hey, come on, man.
I'm going to just keep it a buck.
Hey.
He felt like that.
My coach told me a couple of them hooks was slaps. So
You know what I mean?
just throw that out there.
Hey, man, shout out. Who was that?
Darryl Riley, Coach Darryl Riley.
Hey, man, no. Who's the guy you was fighting?
Oh, Alexander Usyk, or
that wasn't Alexander Usyk.
No.
Now that's one.
His name was Alexander. I'm trying to think of his
Alexander?
last name.
Okay,
I
man,
can't think
shout
of his
out
last
to
name.
you, man. Good fight though.
Nah, fuck that. He brought that money. He had to pay the
He got paid for it for
You know
sure.
what
I
I'm
say
saying?
that.
Okay, so tell us what made you come out as a true Ohio player?
Man.
I mean,
Yeah, so we be in camp, we talk a lot, mess around a lot. I had a friend that was on a dating app, and he was trying to.
Hold on, you was on a date now? You had a friend?
I had a friend that was.
He was on the date now.
Come on, champ. Goddamn.
I was gonna say, damn, you ain't got no business being on no date now.
Nah,
man.
y'all, correction. My friend was on this dating app. He was helping train some people.
We can get you a date now.
Nah.
I know a few. You know what I mean?
I do too.
He was on
But
this
I'm married
date.
though. Let me put that in, babe. I'm just saying, just for him. Like,
Yeah, just for me.
yeah. Go ahead. So
Yeah. So shawty on this dating app or whatever, and he explained to me, what he do back home since he wasn't home. We in camp, and I didn't like what I heard. He basically said he was spending some money that didn't need to be spent, on some on of course women, that you should be looking to get
On some trim.
you should be looking to get it on an intellectual level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
right.
So
basically, you saying you got game. You felt like you had some game
that
and
I
you
could have
didn't.
gave to him, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He
I
wasn't
gotta
trying to
hear this.
listen though.
Okay.
But since he wasn't trying to listen, I told him, I'm like, man, listen, if you want to be an Ohio player, I can show you. and that was kind of where it came from. We took it from there though, and I told him, I'm like, you gave me my next idea. I'm gonna show everybody how to be an Ohio player, and I think I gave him a taste of it.
Classic.
Hey man,
Classic.
I've been wanting to know. I couldn't believe my eyes. I said, this nigga coming in as Pimp C.
Because that's the first thing I thought about Pimp C. That's the first thing I thought about.
And then I saw it on YouTube where they had him and Pimp C on the side and it looked like the same thing. I'm like, was that inspired by that or you just didn't even realize that?
I didn't even realize it, to be honest. When I first looked it up, I looked up Ohio players. I typed it in, and I seen one of the lead singers in an all-white hat with some beads around the rim of it and an all-white fur coat with his chest out.
Well, Pimp C might have got it from him. Pimp C might have stolen that, man.
Shout out to Pimp, R.I.P. player, man. Rest easy,
Pimp.
Pimp.
For sure.
Your name's still being carried out here,
hey,
man,
for
by the
sure.
youngest, man.
Your gems are still being dropped in videos, man. You know,
Yes, sir.
They still all over Instagram. I'm still, picking up game from you for sure. R.I.P. to you, man.
No
Wow,
doubt,
that's
no doubt.
crazy. Because
the first thing
22, 23?
the first thing I thought
Wow.
about when you put that motherfucker, I was like, he gotta be hot.
He
Gotta be after the fight. I was like, he just whooped ass for a couple rounds. He gotta be hot.
That's why I ain't put it on all the way either, too, though. Just because I figured, I'm like, once I zip it up, the material on the inside is
Gonna
going to
stick
definitely
to
make me
your
hot. Yeah,
motherfucking-
it's definitely going to make me hot.
So, like, everybody's saying it. I mean, obviously, I believe it. I'm sure you believe it. I've looked at the heavyweight division of Anthony Joshua. I thought Dylan White had a shot against Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, Dylan White, Deontay Wilder's still a true player. I think when I look at all of those guys, to me, when I said what I saw, I said, who would give Jared Anderson a real problem? And to me, I thought Alexander Usyk would be the biggest problem you would face. And the reason I thought that was
I
because—
want to know why you say that.
Well, because he's extremely mobile. He does not get hit often. He's got very good footwork. He's got good body work. And he does exactly what he does. He hits and doesn't get hit. And so I was like, that's a hell of a chess match. What do you think about that?
His age. I think his age will make the difference. And now, a young Usyk, Olympic Usyk, I think we have a heck of a fight. I think that'll be a pay-per-view type of fight.
Word.
But I think with his age, how everything is going, I watched that Anthony Joshua fight, and Anthony Joshua is 10 times slower than me. And he was still able to hit him. Not saying he did, land a lot of shots or anything, but if he can hit you once, I'm gonna hit you 10 times. So I'm not I'm not confident in my abilities that I understand.
No,
and
pop
I've
your
sparred
shit now. This is you can pop your
So
shit on here.
basically, one thing about our show, we ain't the regular boxing network.
No.
Y'all gonna see all those are professional ass questions. So let me go ahead and say what he just said. I kick Anthony Joshua ass. He's slow. That's
No.
what I just
no,
heard.
he just said
I
he
mean,
kicked.
is that
He'll
what
kick
you
the other dude ass you just mentioned because he old. That's what I heard too. So you know what I mean.
So I mean, that's what we heard. Y'all hear something in the comments?
Y'all ears
Let us know
working
what
real
y'all heard.
fine.
Okay,
y'all
see?
ears working
Stand
fine.
on it, then, youngin. Stand on it, youngin.
Hey man, make sure you put them shots in there. They fire.
So my question to you is like, I know what sets you aside. You personally, like you seem like you're a student of the game. Like, what do you feel like sets you aside with your boxing skills, your craft? What makes you who you are?
My ability to listen. You
Word.
know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they take it for granted. They take their coaches for granted. I believe every word my coach say. He's been telling me this since I was 9 years old. He told me if I tell you it's cheese on the moon, bring crackers. And I've been believing that ever since I was 9 years old. If he told me it was cheese on the moon today, I'm going up there with crackers. I guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? And I take everything he say and I put it in here. If he say do it right then, I'm doing it right then.
Well, you the champ now, and you probably got that go to the moon money. So you know what I'm saying. If it's cheese up that motherfucker, let me know. Bring me a cracker back.
He finna get to go to the moon.
know what
Money.
I'm
It's
saying?
coming.
Bring me a cracker
so
back.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you transitioned to that. So basically, he should have told you this other one. Goddamn, if I tell you a duck and pull a truck, hook it up.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Put that motherfucking feather on his hands. Put that feather.
Nah,
Put
because
it in that
I
staple,
really
he gonna
feel like
pull it.
you got a unique style, bro. Like I've watched a couple fights, man, and your boxing skills are superb for a heavyweight. Like, cause most heavyweights they got 1 punch, 2 punch, a good jab, but you got the total package, bro. And I just want to know like where your confidence come from. What instills that confidence? When you're in the ring, you seem like you're in full control. Like, what does that confidence
Extremely
come from?
calm. Yeah.
I'm not. Believe it
Really?
or not. I say this. Once that bell rings, I'm confident as it can be. But
Right.
before that, it's the people around me. It's the people that do stuff for me. It's the people that get in my ear, my coaches, my family, everybody around me, my manager, everybody who around me, and, they embrace me and they let me know what I'm capable of. They let me know what I got going. That's my confidence. That's
Word.
my support system. That's what makes me me. If
Word.
you ask me, that's why I keep
Word.
the people around that I do.
Right.
If you look around me, you look where I go, look what I do. It's not a lot of people around me, and
Right.
and there's a reason for that.
Right.
But I listen and I take heed to my elders and what they tell me, and I listen to everybody that was before me who messed up and who was successful.
Right.
And I think that's why I got to where I was. Somebody told me when I was a kid, probably like 12 years old, that you can learn something from anybody.
Oh, I agree.
And
110%.
I looked at him like he was crazy when I was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? But when I was 14, 2 years later, I realized exactly what he was talking about because I picked something up from an 8-year-old that was southpaw, and then I ended up starting to switch when I was about that age. So when I seen that, I'm like, oh, I can pick up something from little kids.
Yes, sir.
You know, so even the littler kids, you know, you can pick up something from anybody. So you can't take that for granted. You got to keep your eyes and ears open at all times.
You young bulls, y'all better take notes, man. Y'all better take notes.
That was real game.
All OGs ain't real OGs, but you got some that mean well. So, you know what I'm saying? Figure that out and, you know, pay attention.
So I got my other. Oh, before I get into this next question, so you know Dre a movie star, man. He got a movie coming. He got a movie coming called The Bricks. I got one we shooting right now called 3,000 Letters.
Yes, sir.
So I need you want to do a little acting, man, because I know I ain't gonna be able to afford you once you get all.
Yeah, we
the
gotta
money.
get him early, 'cause he about to go out the roof right
Can I get
now.
you early, man? You want to roll?
Yeah, for
I still want my cracker from the moon, though.
Hey, for sure. I got you. I got you. Hey, we can do that for sure. Hey, and another thing I want to
you up there. Go ahead. What you want to say?
Hey, another thing I want to say to y'all, man, y'all gotta listen to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
shit.
dropped that on me a long time ago, and I hope this reached somebody and you know you listen to what I'm saying. Listen to everybody. Now you don't have to listen and take everything and keep
Right.
it locked up there, but listen to everybody. No matter what you do, listen to everybody. You know, I listen to the goofiest people. I listen to the smartest people. I listen to the dumbest people. You
Absolutely.
can find something out from a dumb person. I promise
Absolutely.
you. You believe it or not, you can find out something from a dumb person. You can find out what not to do.
Because it ain't always the message, it's the message. Not always the messenger, but it's the message. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell
Exactly
people.
My wife, she always say her grandfather used to say her and her grandmother was two dummies, and you can learn a lot from them. He used to say that. They go every time he saw that commercial when they put the people in the car with the
crash
seatbelts,
dummies.
The crash dummies. He say, there you go. There go both of y'all. You can learn a lot from these damn dummies. So you're right. I'll tell you one thing you got really going on for you, like, and I think Tyson Fury has the same thing. He's a really charismatic guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's easy to like.
He's camera
So-
friendly.
Yeah, he's camera friendly. So that's a cool thing. You know what I mean? You do.
That's
your
that endorsement money.
interviews are natural. It's nothing forced. It's just cool, like you just having a conversation. So that's a very good thing, and I really want to see you win. You know, no disrespect to Tyson Fury and nobody else. We need that motherfucking belt back on these shores.
Man,
You know what I'm
fuck
saying?
that. Ain't no
shit
disrespect.
blown.
It is disrespect. Fuck them. We with the champ right here. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, what I'm saying is,
'Cause he-
I want, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Europeans done had the belt for a while, man. They've been running that belt for a long while. You know, Wilder had it. But I don't think Wilder didn't unify. He's never unified it, right?
No.
So
Wilder was
Tyson
cool. I
Fury
like Wilder,
is
but Wilder
unified.
depend on that right hand too
Is
much,
he
man.
unified? Did Tyson Fury, did he unify everything?
No, because he ain't fight Joshua or Usyk. Well, he was supposed to fight Joshua when he had the belts. Then he wanted to fight
Yeah,
Usyk
yeah.
and lost. Then that messed up all the money. But so since
Joshua
Usyk
lost to,
never,
that, to the Mexican guy when that got his ass whooped.
No.
yeah, him too. But
Yeah, he lost to him first. He came
Andy
in.
Ruiz.
Yeah.
No, but he got that
But he
back.
got it back. I'm saying, but
once
that,
he got him back, he was supposed to fight Tyson.
Yeah.
They was setting that up,
Yeah.
but they never got the fight because he lost to Usyk.
yeah, but that first fight kind of ruined it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He fucked it all up with that.
Yep.
But I don't really
No,
think that happened to Joshua.
I disagree with that because one thing about boxing, especially in the heavyweight division, one punch can change any fight.
Yeah, but you
Your
don't
ass
lose
get
to
hit with these heavy-ass punches.
Yeah, but come on, man. Andy Ruiz, come on, man. I was so disappointed. I'm never mind. That's a whole nother story.
I wasn't disappointed, man. Shout out to Andy Ruiz. You got up off that
fuck
canvas
that. I was
and you
disappointed.
got on his ass. I'm a fan of good work.
Why?
That man got up off the
why?
canvas.
Why? Because the fat boy won the belt. That's what she was excited about. Because I was a little disappointed. I work out like a motherfucker, and I'd be damned if I let a fat boy knock me.
Hey, I say this.
I'm just saying. I was a little disappointed.
I say this though, a lot of people don't know Andy Ruiz used to be one of the best fighters in the game. You know,
And I heard that. And I heard that
like,
before.
He was real good. He had fast hands and he was a heavy hitter. You know, so a lot of people took him for granted because he was a journeyman in his pro career. Because he's short.
Well, let me tell you why I really didn't like it. I got some Mexican homeboys, and my phone rang like a motherfucker.
Oh,
Man, this you let some fat Mexican knock out a man with six. What? And so Joshua, you sold us out.
I feel the same way about the Dallas Cowgirls.
Oh,
Don't trip.
Whoa.
Don't
In
trip.
an interview.
You
he's
might
out.
get us canceled. I don't like the Cowgirls either, but I'm just saying though, you got a whole nation. It's not the team, it's the fans.
Yeah, right. 100%.
Saints fans too, y'all
You know what
motherfuckers.
though? It's not that I'm not a total Cowboy fan. I'm just a Texas fan.
Oh, okay.
So I happen to
I'm
I'm down with H-Town all the way.
Same here for Ohio. I ain't Cleveland Browns or Cincinnati.
You
Bengals.
just down with Ohio.
Well, I'm a
I get down
Cleveland
with
Brown fan. Now I must say, like y'all stole my motherfucking quarterback. I mean, you know, I just saw Deshaun not too long ago. Shout out to Deshaun, man. Good luck this season, bro.
Hey man, good luck to you, homie. I hate they did. You know the city is play. You know we players. You were just dealing with some suckers, man.
Yeah, dealing with some suckers. But
But the problem is, let me tell y'all athletes that's coming to town, y'all got to get with some real ones, man.
Yes,
you
sir.
ain't got no business having a team send nothing, man. We players down here, man. That's nothing we can't make happen. And we ain't, bitch ain't gonna say nothing about, hey, man, listen, man. When y'all get to the city, man, make sure y'all hook up with some real true players.
No,
man.
we ain't asked y'all to check in, but fuck with some real players,
y'all
man.
Y'all got the Rapper Like crew. Y'all got the Relentless crew. It's just so many real players you can hook up with.
No question.
And you ain't got to deal with that sucker shit.
No
so
question.
now let me that was my public service announcement to you new guys entering the town. So now that how long you been in the city, man?
I moved here, I want to say a year and a half ago now.
Yep. A year and a half ago?
Yep.
So what's the difference between Houston and Ohio? What's the major difference?
Huge difference.
The weather.
It's hot in the motherfucker.
Yeah, it definitely. The summers, of course, are hotter, but the driving for sure. That's the biggest difference.
Hold up, I'm not gonna let you get away with that. You moved from Toledo, Ohio, shot Toledo, to Houston, Texas. You talking about the driving? That's it? That's the only thing different?
He might have called a plane
that's
down.
not, that's not the only thing.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say, well, give me the real shit.
That's my biggest difference because I'm not used to doing all this driving.
Right.
I'm set up.
I told him to come to the office. He talking about, well, I only drive here where I'm at and back, and that's I don't know where that's. I'm like, this is not far.
It's around the corner.
I know where it's at.
Yeah.
That ain't around the corner to me.
Where we at? We 10 minutes away from the gym.
Well, at least at the office, at least at the studio, we had somebody seeing this motherfucker. We in this gym. I love it.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying as far as the studio. I'm just saying it in general. Like, the distance-wise and stuff, I mean, I could have came to the studio. It just, I thought it would be more convenient, you know what I'm saying?
All good.
But it's more authentic, though.
Yeah.
It's more authentic to be in the gym. Being your home.
I mean, you the chance we come fuck with you, man. We in your home court. You know what I mean?
We appreciate it.
that.
We coming on your turn. Yeah. But you did not identify what's going on in the city. I mean, like,
because I can't let him get away with driving.
I don't want to press you or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I want to know, it's some differences. So
it's a lot of difference, a lot of different women, I definitely got to go there. I ain't gonna lie. It's so bad down here. They shoot you down. Hey.
What you mean they shoot you down?
I'm gonna stop right there. They shoot you down. If anybody who ain't hear that,
I got you. You know what? I apologize.
So if you got that money in your pocket, go ahead book a flight. You know what I'm
you
saying?
You dig?
Hey, we got some of the most beautiful women in the world.
For sure, man.
And Houston is the most diversified city in the country,
100%.
and that's real. If y'all don't know
something in our water down here.
We got a Cuban community, a Nicaraguan community,
Colombian,
Dominican, Colombian, Puerto Rican, blacks, Mexicans,
and great food,
whites,
great food,
Koreans, Asian. Oh, food. This is why I have gained 50 pounds since I came home from the fast. This shit is good. Hey man, we got.
So this is why you was rooting for Andy Ruiz. I see you. I get it now. I got it.
I could do it too.
I got it. I feel you. I believe
like
you though.
Do it, you know
I believe you. I believe you.
Shout out to Andy Ruiz for representing all the fat boys, man. Hey man, I appreciate you representing the fat boys on this shit, man.
No question, man.
So
let's get back to boxing.
Yeah, we getting back to
Let's get back to boxing.
Because you kind of shot, you sent a few shots out to Wilder. What do you think about, I mean, obviously, is that a fight you really want or you just talking shit, man?
What shots are you referring to?
I mean, you just kind of like, I think, well, you know what? I'm wrong.
I remember what I said, you know what I'm saying?
Right, I'm wrong because these people, you might have said, Wilder's a nice guy. Then I might have read, man, I'm going to beat the shit out of Wilder.
Nah.
I don't know. You know what? I didn't see exactly what you said.
These people,
I saw what I read. So
I'm going to tell you exactly.
You tell your story. We not the regular media. You tell your story, G. This is in your words.
Because I'm reading that bullshit and talking about what you said. I don't know.
These people, they take your words and they twist them. What I said was I spoke skillfully about Deontay Wilder. I don't think he's the most skillful fighter. And I didn't think he had the skills to beat certain people, and I said that. I didn't think he focused on his boxing enough, and I didn't think he listened to his coaches enough. I think that's why he fired, if I'm not mistaken, his name is Mark with the glasses.
The one that stopped the fight.
Mark Griggle. Yeah, exactly. He fired him because he didn't, he wanted his safety. I don't care what you got going on at home and the toughest man contest, all that good stuff. If you want your life, that's what he's there for. He's there to protect you and make sure that you come out that ring alive. You know what I'm saying? And that was a hurtful thing to hear that he fired him because of that. So that alone, but no disrespect to him, in any way. He made it 40, not 40. However many fights he made it undefeated.
42.
Or whatever. Yeah, 42. Okay, however many fights he made undefeated. All respect to him. He got a heck of a punch, and everything like that. and he couldn't have did it without having hard work and sacrifice and stuff like that. So once again, no disrespect to him, but like I said, skillfully, that's just how I feel about him. You know what I'm saying? And you can't take that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
That's your opinion.
Got
So I
some-
want to know, though, my question. Hold on.
So can I decode this when you get a chance?
Huh?
Can I decode this when you get a chance? I'm let you go, but I want to decode what he just
Well,
said.
you know, I know you're going to decode it politically. So let me get this shit straight. How do you feel about you and this nigga fighting?
Oh, now, are you speaking on winning terms, or do I want the fight?
Either way.
Do
How
I
do you
want
feel-
the fight? He a cash cow. Why wouldn't I want that fight?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna bring in a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I can get 55, 50, 45, any percent of that, you know what I'm saying? That's a up for me right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in this position in my career, for sure. Now, if I was in Tyson Fury position, of course, you ain't nothing to me. You know, nothing less to fight. But that's him. That's not
Right.
his position. On me, of course, I would want that fight. Do I think I win? Hands down. Because of his skills. Once again, what I speak on. But that's just my opinion.
Because it's a lot. He's been losing. I can probably count 8 or 9 fights of Deontay Wilder because I'm a fan of the guy. Just
got the
because
equalizer, though.
you can't you can never not stop watching his fights because you don't know when one right hand lands. And it's probably about 8 or 9 fights he's been losing. And what's the kid, the Cuban kid that should have beat him both times, but he
Luis
knocked
Ortiz.
him out. Luis Ortiz.
Yeah.
Both times this dude was beating
And that was
him.
a big dude, too.
And
Lord
it
have
was
mercy,
like he
big
just ended it with one right hand. How do you avoid that?
Hit, not get hit. If you go back and watch Luis Ortiz, what did he do? Stopped and stared. What you stopping and staring for with a dangerous right hand like that? I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stare at you, and I'm not gonna let you do nothing that you want to do.
You're going to keep it moving.
Thank you.
As you should.
I see.
I mean,
and then the biggest thing to me is you got a problem with southpaws. If you think I'm not gonna fight most of that fight southpaw and not be switching, I know you can't handle a switch hitter. Because if I'm switching in the middle of my punches and all you doing is swinging for the fields,
I like this young man. I like this shit.
Decode that shit,
I like this shit.
Did he just decode it for you?
Basically, what he said, Wilder, you can't fuck with me. I'm willing to fight you anytime, any place. Put that bag up. That's what he said. Put that money up on him on your ass, Wilder. I like Wilder. Shout out to Wilder.
Yeah, shout out to
a
Wilder.
Hey, no,
heavyweight.
for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
But
Bronze bomber.
But at the same time, I agree with him.
I
fully.
respect his
Because
warrior mentality.
I
for
think
sure.
he's a heavyweight that can box. And I think Wilder going to have trouble with that. Like I said, if you stand in front of Wilder, then lights out. But if you boxing, you got a problem.
And that's why he had a problem with Tyson
Yeah,
Fury.
'cause he
Tyson
boxed.
Fury
Yeah.
boxed him.
Yeah.
Extremely mobile. And Tyson Fury does a very good job of using his jab just as you do.
Yeah.
And one of the things I've seen,
He got
watching-
distance, though. He keep his distance, too.
He keeps his distance, but what he does really well, better than probably any heavyweight I've seen that's out there,
To the body.
he goes to the body.
Yes, sir.
And he doesn't just go to the body to touch you. He goes to the body to hurt you.
And Wilder's a nice, fit dude. He ain't taking too many to that body.
Yeah, Wilder's fairly lean. And,
He ain't taking too many.
but shit, I mean, what is Wilder, 6'7"?
Yep.
Fuck that mean.
6'7", 240? So they're about the same size.
I'm just saying, but I mean, once
Weight
again,
wise, not height wise.
but
Yeah,
once
he
again,
got-
though,
he
He got the
a
height
little
on him.
reach on him.
I'm
once
used to
again, though,
sparring FA,
I
so-
think Wilder fell in love with that right hand, like you said, and it's an equalizer. I'm not mad at that. But when you fight somebody that can move and know what you got coming, and you ain't got nothing else to back it up, plan B ain't working, plan C ain't working, now what you gonna do? So I ain't never seen Wilder go to plan B or C. This is plan A, and that's what he stick with.
Okay.
That's just my
So-
opinion.
So another great good young prospect in the heavyweight division is F.A. Ajagba, who fought Sanchez and he lost. What do you think that happened in that fight? Do you think there's anything he could have did different? Styles make fights. Was that just a bad fight? And what do you think about Sanchez?
I didn't think FA let his hands go enough. That's my guy. I talk to him all the time. But yeah, I told him, I'm like, I didn't think you let your hands go enough. I think you should have been more active, cutting the ring off. He was running the whole fight. He didn't want to get hit with the power, which was smart. That's his fight. That's what he's supposed to do. But we did certain things to prepare before that fight with FA so that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
the game plan kind of fell apart. Everybody say they got a plan, but once you get in the face, all that stuff go out the window. So, not saying that that's what happened with him. It just, that plan could have went out the window once he got hit and he got mad. You know what I'm saying? He could have just been like, all right, I want to hurt him now, and he get square up or anything like that. Like I seen him square up a couple times in that fight, and that's something you're never supposed to do.
Right.
So little things like that, I think it was just a breakdown in the middle of the fight. I think he did good, for the first few rounds. But I think it was just a breakdown, and once Frank got to figuring him out and understanding more, that's how he won the fight. Now what I think on Frank, this is the one you need to break down.
Let's get it. Let's hear it. Let's get it.
Frank, how old he is, because they say he one age, but a lot of people say another age, because you know how them Cubans do.
Right.
God
Cuban,
damn.
so we never know the Cuban's age.
But I like him. I like him as a fighter. Nothing but respect for him. I gotta respect him because he good. I give him that. But he not better than me. I know that. Why do I know that? Because I know what I'm capable of, and I watched you fight. I know this. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm capable and very confident in all my abilities. So, like I said, that's the one you need to be decode.
I got it. You ready?
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Frank, you my partner. Love you there. You my dog. We talk. We chop it up. But I beat your motherfucking ass. I beat your motherfucking ass, Frank.
And add this too. We're going to add this.
Yeah.
And we coming to get that get back from FA.
Yes, sir. I beat your motherfucking ass,
I do
Frank.
feel like that's going to be a fight that's going to be there. I don't see, he's a fairly skillful fighter.
For sure.
And I don't see too many heavyweights beating him.
Yeah.
So I feel like a couple of fights that you're going to have, I don't know if Usyk fight is not made early, that one may not happen because of his age. But I think
We still whoop old cats.
Sanchez is a fight
Yeah,
that
I'm
I
talking
see
about
is going to be a heavyweight clash between you and him down the line. I'm looking forward to that fight.
Future boxing right here, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Future boxing right here, man.
Yeah, this is definitely the future
Like,
of boxing, man.
before
Y'all
I
get ready
even knew-
for it,
Before
man.
I even knew about you, or like knew you, I was watching ESPN like everybody else and saw you pop up, and I was like, yo, this kid here is like that. And then when I found out you deal with Jay, and I was like, oh, okay, he in the town, like, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing like your style and your skill set, I was very impressed.
Thank you.
And now to meet you and hear your mindset, like, hear you talk and how you listen to your coaches, the discipline and the humility that you show, like, I can see why you are 11-0.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
I can
But
see it too.
hypothetically, who you want to fight?
Who do I want to
Is it you want to fight for the money? Not for the money. Who would you fight for free in the ring? Not
No,
you're
let me
a
stop you.
professional
It's
fighter.
always about the money. Go ahead.
He's a professional fighter, but as a fighter, you got somebody. I'm gonna whoop his ass. I just want to fight his ass, like just to see where I'm at. Who is that person?
I'm with him. I can't say it's a fighter I would want to fight because I respect and as a man, they all warriors. You know what I'm saying? And they all come in there to do the same thing: knock your head off, knock your block off. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say it's a specific fighter that like I got any like. Oh, I just don't like him for some odd reason. I want to fight him. I can't say that. It's about the money. You know what I'm saying? Whoever bringing the biggest bag,
About that bag, man.
I feel
come
that
on,
too.
I'm finna take your head off.
So I
feel
tell
that
you
too,
what, man, because I asked Dre this off camera, right?
Oh shit!
And I asked him, I say, Dre, if I put up $1 million, would you fight him? He said, hell yeah. I think you're gonna get knocked the fuck out in 30
probably
seconds.
am.
I mean, I don't
But
think
for
it's a
$1
good
million?
idea. But you might be a vegetable. This nigga hit hard.
I got 300,000. Just give me,
Oh, you gonna take one on the chin?
I take one on the
Hey,
chin.
so
Just
I ain't
don't
gonna
break
pay
my
you.
fucking
I'm not gonna
nose.
pay you if he swing at you and you fall. I'm not gonna pay that.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have to take. Give me a body shot. Make me, I might be pissing blood or something, but give me a good body shot. You can't really see that, but yeah. I said we can't do it on camera either, though.
You was over there doing one-arm pull-ups, so I was
But
like,
see,
Dre, you might be ready.
I love.
But you ain't
sport,
in the weight class, so
and I'm not.
you
I
really
can
kick
be,
your
though. What
ass.
the fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? I
You
gotta
gonna-
get to 180.
hey, you gonna buck up for- you gonna buck up for that
Was it
ticket?
215?
Now you gotta be 200.
201. Oh yeah, I can get that.
All you gotta do
180
is hit
something.
201.
I need 15 pounds.
If you 200.9 pounds, I think you can fight.
Man, put that millie up. Let's get it. We can do it right here.
Yeah. You can
can do it right
fuck
here.
out.
Shit, the boy Jake Paul knocking motherfuckers out. Shit, so you know what I'm saying? I might as well get me a millie.
Oh, you might luck up and win.
Fuck, I don't know about that, but
Nah, you might catch him with it. You might catch him with some shit he don't see.
One thing about me, man, I respect professionals. Like any professional, I respect because you're a fucking professional. Whether I think you're the best at it, you're a professional at it. You put the work in, you did something right, something that I didn't do.
Right.
So I would never go into something like that, even if it was a joke or for the money. I'm gonna train like a motherfucker. I'm gonna do everything I need to do to
To get knocked out.
or to try to put on a good show. How about that? That worked.
So let me look at the camera. Big baby Jared Anderson will knock Dre the fuck out. All right. So
He's supposed
and you
to.
know
He's
what?
a fucking
And I'm gonna say
professional.
even me, but the difference is I'm not gonna get in there. I'm smart enough. You know what? You younger,
But I
so
would
you
do it
might
just
can
to say I did
handle
it.
all that.
I would do it just to say I did it.
You know, I'm a shoot a slug out, and I probably shouldn't shoot it, but you young enough that, you know what I'm saying? I'm old. I'm older than you.
You're not that much older than me.
No,
bro.
I'm not that much older, but I'm older than you. So if he hit me, I might be talking like James Toney. Shout out to James
That's
Toney.
cold.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
That's
He stayed
cold.
fighting too
But
long.
that's numerous
I'm a
of
fan
hits,
of
though.
James Toney.
James a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
James a legend.
But you got to stop taking the
Back
punches
to
at some
boxing.
point.
Who did you like? What made you get into the sport? What made you? Because you know, like I said, you know, motherfucker get paid to hit motherfuckers and you know not get hit. You got to be a special type motherfucker that you know.
100%.
So what made you get into boxing? Who was your influences coming up?
Influences. Okay, so what got me into boxing? I was just a bad kid. To be honest, all the way honest, I was getting kicked out of school, was fighting, not listening to my parents, all type of stuff. You know, my mom reached out to a friend, said she needs some help with me because I was just too bad. She didn't know what to do with me. I was the baby. She was tired. You know, she got 5 kids. She didn't raise 5 kids. I'm the 5th kid, and she tired. You know what I'm saying? So she reached out for help. One of her old friends was a boxing coach. She got me in the gym. We sat in the gym for a while. I stayed in the gym for a while. I ended up getting kicked out a lot, though. But that was what got me into boxing, just being bad. Who I looked up to, Roy Behringer, Dre Ware. These are people from Toledo, though. You know, it's not too many. Robert Easter, Albert Bell. But those are just a few names, you know, of people that were in the gym, you know,
Some
around
hometown
me.
heroes.
Yeah,
Right.
hometown heroes for sure, without a doubt. Still keep in touch with all of them, love them to death. But those were my heroes, you know. They showed me that this could change your life. Even though it didn't change theirs, it did change theirs. Let me tell you about it. It changed theirs. It just didn't change theirs how it's changing mine.
Right.
You know, and they still so grateful to just be a part of that, you know. I get calls from all the time, like, man, I remember when you was just doing this, bro, and that's all they want from me, just to hear, just to tell their stories, what we used to do, and wish me the best of luck. So
Real
I
friends.
appreciate them for so much. They're my dogs, but them is who I looked up to, you know, coming up in the gym. Those were my heroes.
That's dope. That's dope. I mean, to take it back to your roots, to somebody that people really don't know much about, because I've never really heard those names before. But to the fact those are your influence and you still pay homage to those
I
guys.
love
that's
that.
big,
The
bro.
fact that he
I love
named
that.
just hometown heroes.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
That was real as it get.
I love it.
So, how did you hook up with? How did you get to Houston, man? How did you hook up with Jay? How did this management team come together?
So, you know, I was training for the Olympics on the U.S. traveling team for some years. I can't remember the exact years, but it was probably from like 15 to 18, 19. Jay had signed Shakur in 2016, of course, and I was still on the team training for the Olympics. We had some issues with USA Boxing. You know, still my people, still love them. You know, wish nothing but the team the best. But we had some issues. You know, we clashed heads a little bit. It came a legal situation. When the legal situation came about, as far as me leaving the team, I ended up getting in touch with Jay because I was ready to turn pro anyways.
Right.
So I hit Jay. I'm like, man, I got a legal situation. You know, I kind of need some advice on. Could you help me out? He took it into his hands. You know, he got it taken care of, and from there we just shot off.
Had he seen you fight before?
Yeah, he had seen me like spar and stuff. He came to the gym, watched me spar, because like I said, he was coming out there with Shakur, because Shakur was staying in our camps, even though he was pro. He was coming in our camps and training with us and stuff, because he was working with K. Karama. But yeah, he came into the gym, seeing me work, you know, seeing my work ethic and everything, sat down and talked to me for a second. And like I said, I called him up on the phone because they gave me his number. I'm like, man, I got a legal situation. I need some help. You know what I'm saying? I think you're a pretty cool dude. I don't think you would want anything back from me, because that was the biggest thing with my parents is that they like, what are you going to want from you? What are you going to want from me? I'm like, man, Jay not like that.
Right.
So I talked to him. Then what's so crazy is I want to tell y'all this too. So he asked me, like, you want to come to Houston? I'm like, why wouldn't I? Come on, let's go. So this was so funny. I was laid up with my ex-girlfriend, right? We in the bed at my mama's house.
I know
he
she's
called.
I know she's sick.
He called me, right? He like, Jay, when you ready to come to Houston? I'm like, man, whatever. When you trying to bring me? Said, you want to come today? Sure. Me thinking he BSing and he not for real. He not gonna get me out there today. He like, all right, let me look at the flights. I'm gonna call you back. Phone ring. 20 minutes later. Hey, when you get to the airport? What you mean when I get to the airport? Yeah, your flight at 4. Get to the airport. Man, I ain't got no ride, Jay. You know, I'm laid. Like I said, I'm laid up, literally, like half naked. So I'm like, man, listen, I ain't trying to leave right now. I got some stuff going on, man. Man, Jay called around. He like, man, this man got me a $50 Uber from Toledo, Ohio to Detroit Airport to get me to come to Houston, man. So that was dope, man. That was the first thing. But money don't impress me. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, a lot of dope boys in my city, a lot of money going around. So that wasn't impressing me, but it was just like that let me know that he was serious. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to meet me. He wanted to, you know, have conversations with me, stuff like that. So I got out here. He showed me all the nice flashy things, and he took me around, took me to dinner, all that good stuff, right? Guess the first thing I say,
What's that?
man, Jay, I like all that, but I don't want to see that. Take me to the hood, bro. Take me to the trenches. I'm trying to see what's going on for real.
You want to meet them Fifth Ward strangers.
Hey, man. and you know what? The craziest part is, I kid you not, I right hand up the guy, strike me down right now if I'm lying. I didn't know a thing about Rap-A-Lot. No Fifth Ward strangers, Drake, Jazz, nobody. I swear I didn't know a thing about any of this. I didn't know nothing about Houston. You know what I'm saying? This was down south music or none of that didn't mean anything to me. I didn't know who he was. I just, hey, I seen all this flashy stuff. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear that though. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. I'm from the trenches. I didn't grow up with a lot of gorillas and killers. You know what I'm saying? Take me to the trenches. I'm trying to see what's up. Where you from? Can you walk through your own neighborhood? All that. Man, we jumped out. We jumped out the Rolls Royce, big old rims, everything like that, man. Jay jumped out the car. Start walking straight up the street. I couldn't believe it, man. That mind blew me. That was the day right there that I knew. I'm like, I'm gonna sign with him.
That's dope.
I'm gonna sign with him.
That's dope.
That was the day I knew I was gonna sign with him.
He'll get out and walk on Liberty Road by himself. Go to the store, do anything else. Man, he'll walk by himself.
This ain't time. This time.
That was crazy to me. And like I said, to see all this nice flashy stuff, and then for you to pull up and I see the environment that is in, that just car is in and all this, and for you to be able to jump out, lock your car, and just walk. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy to me. I'm
gonna tell you a funny story, man. I hope you don't mind this one, Jay, because I'm gonna tell it now. So
let's hear this one.
Jay had we was in the ward doing something. We left, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, it was Sunday. He went his way, I went my way. He called me about 30 minutes later. He said, man, where you at? I said, I'm over West Time. He said, man, I need you to go back. I left my briefcase. And it's full of money, and it's got a contract in there that I really need. I ain't tripping about the money. I need that contract. Can you get back to Liberty Road? I left it right there on the goddamn curve.
God damn.
I say, well, I'm gonna turn around, right? So he beat me back. So when we get back, you got two crackheads sitting there holding the briefcase. I'm not letting you walk off. I ain't letting you walk off. The man coming back. So I say, God damn, they ain't even think to open this shit.
That's crazy.
And I think he told me he had like $250 in there. And he said, they sitting there arguing about, I'm not gonna let you walk off. I ain't gonna let you walk off.
See, that's when you know you rich. You can just leave $250 with two crackheads.
I'm not gonna let you walk off.
It.
And they both sat there, and I don't know what Jay gave him, but I know Jay. No, he didn't give him much.
But I'm just saying, that's when you know you rich. Like you can just leave $250. I'll be back to get it.
Yeah.
Jay, we gotta get you on.
He didn't mean to leave it. It just happened like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We gotta get Jay on here.
The funny part is that you got people arguing over. I'm talking about people that can't come up with $20.
That's respect.
Ain't gonna let nobody take your
That's
briefcase.
respect.
So that's why he can walk through the hood like that. Just so you know, I thought that was funny shit ever.
That's respect.
So, obviously you got a few months that you kind of taking off, but one of the things you're doing, you're training the kids. You've been training the kids a couple hours a day. Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about that before we wrap up.
I don't know, little man just left sized you up, so I think he ready right now.
Man, he definitely
he
sized
was
me
ready.
Up.
He had a look.
He sized me up every time he come in here.
Messiah,
man.
huh?
Yeah,
he had a look. Shout out to Messiah, yo.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you, Messiah.
The kids brighten up my day. Coming here kind of brightens my day. It's been a down time for me, not being able to fight and do what I love, but doing what I love with these kids, and then seeing that they want to learn, how to fight, protect themselves and be energetic and stuff like that. They have fun in here, and it really brings a joy to my day sometimes. So I'm appreciative for it. I'm thankful, Jay, let me do this.
So I got one more question, Trey. 'Cause this is what I'm curious about. Like, so when you realized you could really fight, right? Was you a bully?
Exact opposite. I swear to God, I stuck up for everybody. I swear.
Really?
Yeah, that was the crazy part.
I can see that though.
No, yeah, I can see that. I was just curious because he might be an undercover bully, like knock you the fuck out because I can.
No,
but you can tell by his personality, like he was a get along guy. He fuck with people. Like people fuck with you. Actually, I can see him taking up with people.
But I'm one of those guys that don't forget either. You know what I'm saying? So like, all those people from high school who
you gave me like a little snarl just now, like hold up.
That nigga looked at you like you did something.
He was joking about the million, bro.
All those people in high school and stuff that did me the other way, or turn the shoulder, stuff like that. I don't forget that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I remember everything. And all those people y'all bullied or didn't do right, or I had to pick up off the ground or go help out, you know what I'm saying, until you quit messing with them the people that I call, the people I keep in touch with, or if they hit me in my DM, them the people I respond to.
Word
you know
up.
what I'm saying?
Real.
So that's the type of person I was, coming up. I never let nobody just pick on somebody because they was bigger. And I was a heavyset kid probably until sophomore year. Then that's when I hit my growth spurt and started to be a bigger kid than other people and stuff. But I wasn't the biggest kid, but I definitely wasn't letting nobody else get bullied.
But you always knew you can fight, though. You just a big motherfucker. You just knew you can fight.
I always liked to fight, whether
Okay.
I knew I could or couldn't.
Right.
I always liked to fight since I was like 8 years old.
So what was that transition like, though? Like when you got in the ring and like put the gloves on for the first time, what was that feeling like?
For the first time, I couldn't tell you. That is
Right.
way too far back. But when I like really started to understand what boxing was, it was insane. It's a different feeling because I started to realize like once that bell rung, everything went away. And I didn't notice that until I got like 15, 16. And when I was in 15, I went to Russia for the first time. And like, of course, before then, in a few fights before that, I had realized it. But it was just like, that was insane to me to realize, like, once that bell ring, everything goes away. Like, I stop hearing the crowd, everything, and I zone in. And like I said, I listen to my coach. I hear that one voice. And he got such a distinct voice. If anybody know Darryl Riley, man, y'all know he got a distinct voice, a little raspy voice. So I stop hearing everything else, and all I hear is his voice. And it's just me, the person that's in front of me, and my coach. I'm saying?
That's
so
wow.
that it's crazy to me. I swear that I'm so thankful for that because I know a lot of people can't do that. I can block out everything and only hear those three things.
Man, can you imagine being in the ring and there's 20,000 some people just booing you all that shit and you just don't hear nobody but your coach? That's
I tell you what.
That's tough.
I pretty much believe, and we finna wrap up, but I was at one particular fight that I know. This was Mayweather Haddon. And I know for a fact Floyd probably couldn't block every other fight out. But they said this shit
There's
so
only
much.
one.
There's only one Ricky Hatton. Until Floyd knocked him out.
But he
I ain't
put
no
on a
scary
fucking
dude.
show, though. He put on a show that fight.
But, man, it was probably 12,000 of them and 3,500 of us. And they was really mad about that shit. And I was trying to tell the homie, hey, man, quit fucking these people, man. Hey, man, leave these people alone. We got to get out of here, man.
Hey, man, I just want to say we about to wrap, man. This has been a pleasure, bro. Like, you are the absolute true, bro, and I wish you well. We interviewed Shakur in the same gym. He 2-0. He unified the belt since our interview. So, like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to sprinkle a little bit of that on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're going to sprinkle it on you. Matter of fact, we need you to go another 25, 30 and over.
Yeah, we want to wish you right.
We want to see you get that bag. And see, I want to see what you do with that bag. That's going to be a whole nother interview.
Yeah.
Because then, you know,
we still got some time. I'm going to tell you.
We got some
right
time.
now.
Okay.
I'm going back to Ohio, man, and I promise you, I'm going to start with the house I grew up in, man. What I really want to do is I want to rebuild the whole house, man, build a fence around to make that my own personal house whenever I want to go back to. And I want to start with the gyms, man. Every gym in that city, man, I want to redo all that, you know what I'm saying? Do something for the kids, man, because these kids, man, they killing each other, man. It's so crazy in my city right now. It's a lot of things that ain't talked about, a lot of stuff that goes under the rug, gets swept under the rug and stuff. There's a lot of killings and babies being hurt, all type. It's just weird stuff in my city, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Every city around America, man. It's every city,
sure,
yeah.
every city. I take that back. Every city. My city in particular, you know, because I hear about it the most. It's just crazy to me. So, you know, I want to go influence some kids and definitely put something back, give back what they gave me, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with a lot of guns, drugs, and stuff around me that I could have went any other way. You know, I tell you, I'm talking, I could have. My brother locked up right now, y'all know.
Free the real.
It's so many plugs, so many of all different sorts of drugs and
Right.
all time. I been stealing cars, man. All my friends did all that stuff, man. But I found a different way, and I want other kids to find different ways. You know what I'm saying? So you can do it differently.
Yo, you got
Man,
a
I
great
love it,
story,
man.
bro. Keep
Hey, man.
spreading that message. Keep spreading that joy, man. Keep this youthful spirit you got, bro, because you got a real spirit, bro. And
Thank you.
I'm locked in with you, bro. You got a fan. I'm locked in with you, bro.
Definitely got a fan in me, man. You got a fan in our show, man.
No question.
And keep knocking everybody the fuck out.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, with all that being said, it's been a great show. Man, we thank
Absolutely.
you. We appreciate your time, man. Beautiful interview, man. We wish you the best.
Thank you,
and
thank you.
I want to make sure, you know, I can't say I make sure, but you're going to have to make sure. But I really would love to see you finish out this journey, finish out your heavyweight career, bring the belts back to the United States, and hopefully, prayerfully, you never lose a fight, man, and you can go and fulfill all your dreams, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
that.
you, boss. Thank you. Good luck to you.
With all that being said, thank y'all for tuning in to the Cole and Dre podcast. I'm Cole.
And this is Dre, and we out.
Hey.
Peace.
What time it is, man?
about. No cap, all facts like what you talking about. Boy, listen and pay attention to what we talking about. We can show you how to make 100,000 in the drop. These niggas.